Welcome, welcome, welcome. 40 seconds to go before tip-off of Eltham versus Bendigo, NBL1 men. The back end of a double header. The women's game ended up in a fair blowout. The Bendigo women leading from start to finish against the Eltham women. But here we go with the men's game. Some stars on the floor. I'm going to start with the youngest, young Dyson Daniels, 16-year-old for Bendigo. The son of Bendigo Braves legend, Ricky Daniels. Part of the under-17 Australian side, and of course the likes of Matthew Bartlett and Deontay Burton. Played in the NBA G League with the Salt Lake City Stars, linked with the Utah Jazz. And of course Ray Turner, linked with the Sydney Kings of the NBL, going head-to-head against Eltham. Josh Sykes, Jeremy McKay, Ben Waldron, and of course the point guard. Great story by Roy Ward this week on point guard of Adelaide 36ers, Adam Doyle, and what lies ahead for him in 2019-20. I'm joined tonight by Dwayne Hogan, a legend of the Eltham Wildcats Basketball Club. Great to have you on board, Dwayne.
Far from legend. But anyway, it's good to be here, Greg. It's going to be exciting, this game. I think both teams are right in the middle of the pack here
tonight
to lock in playoffs, and
absolutely
anybody's game tonight.
Simon Bradbury is away at a wedding tonight. These life things do come into play for some of us along the way. And what I'm most excited about as I look at these starters roll out is happy birthday to Ovi McBeggar, a starting spot. Not in the team at the start of the year, not even in the squad. And he's a starter up against Bendigo, a legend of the old Siebel competition. And we have tip-off.
Yeah, he's still jumping between this and still playing a couple of Youth League games as well.
We've got a championship to win in Youth League, Dwayne. We've got a title to win. The coach couldn't get it done last year, so we've got to get it done this year. Ben Waldron for three. No good. Turner with the rebound. That'll be the first of many. How's that? Ovi going head-to-head with Ray Turner. What an amazing opportunity. That's a drive from Burton for two. This promises to be a cracking matchup. Eltham making the jump from Big V for 2019. Bendigo, been a long time success of the SEABL. Josh Sykes in his gold shoes. That's not a great start with its turnover.
Well, he talked about the gold shoes in the women's game. Got straight into Ray Turner. It's a bit undersized there, McKay. Turner takes full advantage and he'll end up on the foul line for a bonus.
And Turner takes it to a 5-zip start to Bendigo. Doyle going head-to-head with Burton.
I think that matchup is going to have a big impact on who wins this game.
Sykes with a good pass to Waldron. He finishes it for a contested two. Hogan for three, no good. Turner with the offensive rebound. Burton over Waldron. No good. McKay for the rebound for Eltham, and they're away.
Burton looked to get into a couple of pick and rolls down the middle of the floor early, trying to engage Doyle on a mismatch maybe.
As Doyle finishes a little leaner. Interesting to note, we've got two referees in Phil Teal and Taylor Flick doubling up tonight, having done the women's game, backing up with the men's. Muo for three, no good. Doyle comes away.
On the run here.
So Sykes, there we go, we asked for it, Dwayne. I asked for a top 10 play, and he starts the game beautifully.
Well, we talked with him earlier about, are we going to get a lot of highlights between he and Turner? And it was going to be him and not Turner. And he's come up with the first 2 minutes.
That's a nice play over the top by Bendigo. 7-6. The gold shoes alone should get him on. Burton in the beautiful pink socks. Gets a foul on Doyle. I do like this starting group, Dwayne. I've raved about Ovia for a few weeks. I do like the McBeggar, Sykes, McKay combination. Waldron's got the ability to stretch the floor a little bit. Never would have said that 2 or 3 years ago. Nice find from McKay. Ovie just doubted himself there on the finish. Gets the bigger bodied Turner. Misses the contested layup.
He's still arguing with the referee. Hogan
gets a finish from Waldron.
Picks himself up in the middle of the floor.
Hogan has slipped on the decal in the middle of the court. Decal was supplied by the league, actually.
Well, I'm not sure. I guess it was a little slip. Maybe it was a...
Looked like he banged the inside of his knees and fell too. Turner over Ovie. Doyle is away. A little hesitation.
Oh, nice little floater over the top, off the glass.
Turns the corner around Burton. As Muo coming over the top, but gets the finish. 10-7. Gotta love physicality of this league. I love the way the referees have let it go this year. Something we haven't been all that accustomed to at Eltham. Steal from Oves to Doyle. Waldron on the run for 2. It's a quick transition.
The Braves go straight to timeout. They want to talk about it.
Bang, bang. 12-7.
And it all comes from the Wildcats playing defence. Just take away their scoring options for the Braves.
The referees are insistent on calling me into scenarios. I'm not sure whether they see the headset on me tonight, Dwayne.
I'm sure the game commissioner will be all over the court sweepers. And just amazing the young talent of staff that we keep coming out of the Wildcats. Give opportunities for teenage kids to come in and be involved in elite sporting activities. In a local little community of Eltham. It's been great.
Young Shannon Waldron, one of our music man here on game nights at the ripe old age of 19, runs the show here, while 21-year-old Bree Mountford is our game commissioner. And best described as the class clown, Will Reichel, at 18 years of age. I think we're better off putting a big red nose and a
funky outfit.
And he would, yeah.
Especially when the games are close in the end. He's the one getting the kids going.
But they do run the show here. Something we, as you say, we do take great pride in. Bendigo with possession. 5 minutes 48 remaining in the first quarter. It has been a good start from Eltham. Mulo on Sykes. Plenty of athleticism between these two guys. Josh gets
Sykes.
it. Waldron on the break. Finds McKay down low. He's tough.
Good for me.
He's physical.
Since he's come into the league, coming back from college, just his competitiveness.
He's never quite sure how they're going to go, do you? Coming in from college, how they're going to transition, especially coming into NBL1, but he's been outstanding. Ovi and Benny, Waldron causing problems for Turner down low. Eltham come away with another stop. Sykes down low. Finds Waldron on the weak side on the opposite corner for 3s. Little step back, his trademark. Rebound from McBeggar. To Sykes. Deflected and it's out of court.
Couldn't quite hang on to it to get up there. Get a couple of subs for the Braves coming in.
Matty Andronicus comes in. And also Matthew Bartlett. While Turner and Muo go out. Matty Bartlett of Shepparton background. Love our Shepparton boys. McKay, quick fire on the buzzer. No good, little hooky. So Bendigo going for a different look. Oh, bang.
Oh. Just quick catch, let it go. Back yourself.
Daniel Hansen knocks down the three, shooting at 34% from the perimeter this year. McKay fakes Hansen to Sykes.
Nice little spin move. Elevate up over the rims. Almost dropped it in from a metre away.
That trusty spin onto his left hand. I know his family will be watching back at home. They may well have missed his interview. Bartlett finds Andronicus, hand from Ovi in there. There's 7 seconds remain on the shot clock for Bendigo. Thank you to all those fans up in Bendigo that are tuning in tonight.
Oh, out of bounds. I think
that defensive pressure of the Eltham is just causing Bendigo some problems, and there's certainly some signs of frustration.
Just on the last one with Doyle all over Barton, so just couldn't get that ball reversal on the top. Force them to go back under pressure.
They did match up very well at the start, Eltham, didn't they? Those matchups they had certainly defensively took away a lot of Bendigo's strengths. Doyle just inside the three.
It's just really the last 4 weeks, Adam Doyle has really started to
whole another level,
get
hasn't
it
he?
going.
Yep. He's certainly become a well-known figure around the Eltham area. He's explaining to the fans in that women's game, it is very much a country town feel out here at Eltham, and Doyle and Sykes are becoming well-known figures around the community. Bang! Wowee! What more could you say?
Well, you get a little bit lost for words,
you do.
Greg. You see Doyle pushing the ball and Sykes just trailing in, you know something is going to happen. Here we go.
Oh, we got he called for it. Doyle to McKay for another two, and it's 22-10.
They got this bit of a connection going. You think, every time Doyle just finds the right people at the right times to get easy twos.
Their confidence with Ovi switching out on those guards too, which causes some problems because they've got good size on the floor. Sykes gets a hand to the Andronicus attempted dunk. Eltham come away the other end. Transition to McKay for another two. They are running Bendigo off their feet.
When you can see, soon as they get the ball, the Wildcats are just pushing it as hard as they can.
They're off, aren't
getting
they?
on the rim.
That is, it's the one thing, as good as Bradbury has been this year, it's one thing Eltham has with Bradbury out. They are just full of athletes here, and it's as I say, that Hansen hits a three. 24-13 lead to Eltham.
Yeah, that's 2 threes now. He's got to start to defend a little bit better on that shooter.
Doyle, toes inside the three-point line. Goes a little left and out. Bendigo come away. Bartlett. Ovi lunges. Attempted alley. No good from Andronicus. Sykes gets a rebound. Eltham steady things. Ava.
Yeah, talk about that athleticism from the Wildcats starting group. They can all play anywhere in any multiple positions, which makes it really hard for teams to defend. If you can defend players are playing in any spot. Ovi can jump out and play on the perimeter. Stretches the defender a long way.
Step back from McKay. Probably not his bread and butter. I think Doyle was looking for it as he separated off the on ball. 1 minute to go in the first quarter. Eltham lead 24-13. Ovi just hand in the way again. Another deflection. Muo over McKay. Bang! Oh. Top three there. That's tough.
Just confidence. Just get it and go.
The 43% three-point shooter this season so far. McKay finds Doyle, not in a conventional manner. Doyle misses the three. Muo gets the rebound and is away. 20 seconds remain. There is just a second, maybe half a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock here. Muo over McKay with 5 seconds remaining. Obi gets a hand, but Burton gets the possession. He attacks Sykes. Sykes in the air, draws, makes contact and is called for the foul.
And that just comes from hustle, offensive glass.
And Sam Whelan is getting subbed in for the last 0.3 of a second.
You see Dyson Daniels are sitting there ready to check in too for his first minutes, or
well,
Billy seconds.
He'll be, yes, he'll be. I'm sure he's hoping that Burton misses, makes the free throw and gets his 0.3 of a second. He makes it. Terrific young talent, Dyson Daniels.
Try for the Hail Mary. Couldn't quite get it.
Would have been an interesting little reverse flick somehow if he got his hands to that one. Quarter time, and we have an Eltham lead, 24-17. And as we talked about, Eltham certainly defensively have locked in and then looked to run transition quicker than I've seen them all season to date.
Yeah, I think you go back to that starting group. Just a little bit more athletic. Push the ball hard, and that's probably going to be their go-to tonight. Trying to extend Bendigo, make them have to chase. Making uncontested layups is more advantageous than shooting contested threes.
As we say that, we've got 4 players for Eltham that have made up the 24 points, with Adam Doyle, Jeremy McKay, Josh Sykes and Ben Waldron each with 6 points apiece. Whilst for Bendigo making up their 17, Daniel Hansen with his 2 quick-fire threes has 6. Ray Turner with 5, and then Burton and Muo with 3 apiece. Interestingly, both sides have nothing coming off the bench to date. But it is Eltham shooting the ball at 54.5% from the field to Bendigo's 31.5%. They have connected on a couple of threes. Eltham, on the other hand, a zip of 4. That'll be an area that I think once you start to see the Whelans, the Shaffets, maybe your Mooney, Doyle certainly won't be shooting at that percentage. You wouldn't have thought, only one ended up being a 3-point attempt, but you'd expect him to hit a couple as the night goes on.
He won't be shy.
We have 23 seconds remaining before the start of the second quarter. Thankfully for Whelan and Dyson Daniels, that 0.3 of a second wasn't the end of their run. They get an opportunity to start the second quarter, and we'll play on head-to-head.
Really interesting matchup here with a couple of young kids coming into the league, trying to get themselves a foothold in here and start getting a lot of minutes.
Sam Whelan, of course, a Vic Country talent himself. So Daniels sees Sykes coming. He says no. He finds Muo though at the top. Sykes gets the defensive rebound and they're away. Whelan will lead the Eltham team down the floor. Little singlet pull there. Whelan finds McKay open for 3. No good. Turner is away. McKay's not shy at that 3-point line either. Muo at McKay. McKay
almost pinched it out of his back pocket.
Turner over the McBeggar. It's foul on Eltham. Justin Ava.
they did a good job, the Wildcats, defensively. Force a contested 2 from Turner on the top, but then give up the foul on the rebound. Not Turner trying to take advantage. He's a little bit bigger than Ovi. He's just trying to take advantage with that, scoring the paint.
Wildcats go a little shorter with Shafford coming in for Jeremy McKay. I think Shafford was 4 threes last week.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he's well recognised as a shooter. Probably hasn't connected as much as he'd like in 2019, but he certainly did last week. Eltham get another stop. Ava draws contact from Hansen.
That's another situation. They'd get it out of here and they're just pushing the ball up the floor as hard as they can.
Yep. Ava, well known for just throwing the ball up in the air at a whistle. Didn't quite suck in Phil Teal there.
Convince the ref he was shooting it. But he's shooting that one though.
Offensive rebound from Whelan. Finds Shafford. They've got a couple of shooters on the floor now, Eltham. We know Sykes likes to talk himself up as a shooter from time to time. There's a little post during the week on Instagram along those lines.
There's Ava.
Ava. They gave him space.
Yeah, I think they were a little bit concerned with Sykes looking to roll off that screen, get under it, and Ava just drops it in.
It's Ava has shot at 25% at the three-point line over the course of the season, so it's not a typical three-point shooter. It's not as high as what he has been in the past, but I think you'd suggest he's another one that over the course of the last 4 or 5 weeks has been connecting a little more on those shots than what he did at the start of the year.
Yeah, I think all that Eltham group coming up from the Big V, just finding their feet, taking the first 5 or 6 weeks to really get used to the speed. It's a little bit faster. And
it was evident with Waldron in the first 2 weeks, wasn't it? But Ava probably has taken the first half to really adjust. Sykes.
Just a little play with him a little bit in the post there. A little bit of a spin, take his time.
The athleticism,
and then just elevates.
Yeah, the athleticism and that power in his spring has caused some problems, hasn't it? There's a couple of teams that defended him quite well and taken away a little bit of that athleticism, but against Bendigo it's worked quite well so far. Good pressure from Eltham. Even the heads from Whelan, defensive on the ball from Ava. Put them in 2 minds and threw it away. 7.5 minutes remain in the second quarter. Eltham lead 29-17. Wheels, a little slip. They're looking to get into the Eltham backcourt with Doyle off the floor. Sykes just having a little rest down on the backcourt. 19-29, Eltham lead. Shafford's given space.
Oh, that's a foul on the box out. Interesting call. I think there was a hell of a lot in it.
Yeah, she curled it. Oh, she's saying she's wrapped both arms around him. So he must have been awfully powerful to jump up, but I'm not going to argue with it. As we talk about, you got the opportunity to replay at home, I guess. Ava, long way out.
Oh,
there he is.
You know that 25% is going to go north really quickly when we start stepping out, shooting them off the logo.
And the crowd starting to get into it here at Eltham. Oh, crikeys. He's run from the three-point line to the baseline.
And they've come up.
Ava draws a foul. As I said, there's that shot.
You just talked about it before. As soon as the ref plays his whistle, we're throwing it at the hoop.
We're 2/3 of the court away, but we'll give it a shot. Who knows? Not at this level, Justin Ava. Not at this level. Mr. Sykes goes on house arrest. Jeremy McKay comes back into the game. Sykes one-on-one with Andronicus. Yes, please, he says.
He gets that left hand little hook shot to go.
Andronicus he's got the body frame, he's got the width to go with him, but Josh quite comfortable feeling he can get around him for speed and also the athleticism, as he showed. Muo gets Josh elevated, gets around, Andronicus nice tip in.
Well, that's what happens with Muo before. Made that three, and you got to respect it. You got to jump out and defend.
Yep. And
then he's blown by getting on the rim.
Ava attracting a bit more attention at the three-point line. after the last couple of plays. McKay finds Josh on the handoff.
And Burton looking to push. Feet set.
For 3.
Not quite.
No good. Sykes on the box out of
come up with a
Andronicus.
rebound.
There they're running again. Whelan finds Ava. Whelan looking at a shot of his own. Attacks Andronicus. Gets to Sykes. Sykes goes again. No score. As we are joined by Grant Spencer, I will touch base with you when we get an opportunity, Grant. Daniels with possession at the top. Gets by McKay. 16-year-old goes for a tough finish. Sykes draws contact. Thanks for joining us, Grant.
No worries.
Tough
Thanks,
night
Greg.
at the office tonight.
Yeah, mate, always. One of the best teams in the league.
They are, aren't they? That's Dwayne and I couldn't stop raving, to be honest, right from the get-go. We had WNBL Australian players rolling in off the bench of both sides. It was extraordinary.
Great for the league, isn't it?
Oh, it is amazing when you think of the... But then you must be proud also. Let me go past the stars of both sides. Can we mention Diani and Aniev?
Yeah, look, mate, she's going to be a superstar. She's a great talent.
We've got he's her second father here. Dwayne Hogan's coached her for 3 years, was sitting here bubbling away as Doyle hits another 3 for Eltham. 37-21.
And in all due respects, Greg, she does the work. We don't do anything. We just sub them in, give them a little bit of
It's not what he was saying before,
life
Grant,
advice,
just
and they do the work.
No, look, I'm really proud of Diani. She's 15 years old. She's playing against some adults. She's really taken some body hits, but God, she's talented 100% from the field today. 2 from 2 from 2 and 3 from 3 from the three-point line. So really proud of her.
As Eltham get another stop, defensively they've certainly been tough to start tonight, Eltham. And they draw some more contact, and with 4.5 minutes to go, they're in the bonus and walking the length of the floor for free throws already.
Yeah, loving their tempo tonight. Really flinging that ball around the floor, finding open shooters. It's really good.
Ava hits the first.
And that confidence, you make a few shots early and they get going. So Ava hit the 3, steps out, hits one off the AccuStruck sign earlier, and now he's on the, they just get in a roll. Like in the women with Keith Poundall and Tobin gets a little friendly roll, and all of a sudden she gets confidence up and they start making scores.
Tough finish there from Burton. There's certainly be a lot more purpose then from Bendigo offensively. Screens had a lot more purpose and feeling behind them.
Yeah, look, they're a super talented team. This men's team for Bendigo have been together a long time, most of those guys. So, look, no doubt they've started off slowly, but I think they will be in for a good second half.
This is that one as Waldron gets the rebound and Eltham is away. They certainly started that high tempo. Doyle on a pull-up 3. Shafford gets the rebound. Forces some contact and we'll go to the line. So, what is it, 4 games remaining for your women now?
4 for us, yep. So, Albury next week.
Big one at Albury next week in context of the season.
And probably Albury got up tonight, so they've now gone 2 games clear on us. So the equation for us is simple. We have to win our last 4 games to be a chance to slide into the playoffs. And also Ringwood got up on Nunawading tonight.
Certainly did. Big win for Ringwood.
Yeah,
they've exceeded all expectations, I think, Ringwood this year.
Yeah, look, they have. And I think at times some teams have probably underestimated them, but the good thing is for some of us, they play every team above them from now on for the rest of the season.
Okay. So. 40-23, Eltham lead. Burton versus Doyle out the top. 3 in the corner, no good. Ava gets the rebound and they're away. Ava with the young Daniels on him, finds Waldron for 3. There it is.
So penetrate, kick, find the open, and make sure you have your feet set.
I think Coach Trevor Lee would have really liked the season to have begun maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. as we said earlier, they're just starting to, a group of guys that are just starting to find their feet. That's a 3 from Tanner Rayner in the corner. Dyson up causing problems in the backcourt. It'll be an Eltham ball.
Tell you what, he's definitely a kid to look out for in the future, Daniels. He's going to be a great player in the future.
The production line out of Australia continues.
Yep, really looking forward to seeing our Australian national teams over the next 5 to 10 years.
Walgen probably forces that. Couldn't find Shaffett. And we'll go back to Bendigo. Doyle.
Oh, good defense from
Read
Doyle.
him, didn't he? McKay to Ava. Probably a sloppy pass. Oh.
Yeah, I think everybody's away. You're always going to dispute it when you're going your way. Even if you tip it.
Yes.
It's like, that was off there. It's all about the intent from the Wildcats. Just get it and go. There's not. It's that tempo that they need to be playing at.
Defense creates offense, and it doesn't matter how you get down there. You just really got to take advantage of whatever you can.
Oh, sorry, Grant. Dyson Daniels with a nice crossover to the middle.
Yeah, and
Daniels for 3, no good. Sykes with the rebound.
And the tempo again. Here we go.
Doyle with the unlucky bounce. Rayner with the ball in hand, takes Shaffett.
Oh.
So how have you found it, Grant? Your rookie season as the head coach at NBL1 level, assisted the last couple of years in Nunawading, under Paul Flynn. How have you enjoyed it?
No, it's a great opportunity. I feel that I was definitely ready to become a head coach in this league. Had a number of years of experience under some very good coaches at the Siebel level. So it was good to get an opportunity to come and coach here at Eltham.
As Rayner goes to the line for 2. Hits the first.
Have I ever told you that I love lefties?
Well,
I think every junior team, under 12s, under 14s, you need to have a lefty in your group.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got one of the best lefties in the women's competition in your group.
That's why I recruited her.
We were saying before, super to have rumoured WNBL coach of 1920, Cheryl Chambers, here watching tonight, keeping an eye on the talent at NBL1 level.
It would have been nice to have a chat to Cheryl.
Nice finish from Sykes.
A bit unconventional, but he got there in the end.
He's a lefty, right?
No, I think it would have been unfair to put Cheryl under too much pressure tonight. I did consider that, but also enjoy her coming along to our games.
Yeah, no, good to see.
Hogan for 3. Tough rebound. Put back, no good. McKay with the rebound. Eltham is away again.
Just need a solid minute and a half here from Eltham just to slow the tempo a bit and get the right shots.
Oh, McKay gets to the rim, but just a little bit too strong on the finish.
More open than he realised.
No, I think he was expecting a bit of contact to come.
Looks like that right foot just slid backwards and hit the baseline for Daniels. And he'll finish the second quarter on the bench as Mio comes back on the floor.
Be good just to see the ball get through some hands here in this possession.
Just a deep offense.
Yep.
Oh, happy birthday, Ovi. Bad luck. He was trying to go a little bit too many. Bendigo come away with it.
Talked about getting ball through hands, and that's what they did.
Did that, didn't they?
Got the open layup, just couldn't quite.
McBeggar wearing Turner like a glove. He's got 1 and 0.
Well, didn't do much wrong there, Ovi.
It's a man just taking the taking the rookie straight down to the low post.
Yeah,
as you say, Ovi probably a bit unlucky.
Yeah, we get Turner having played with the Kings, you know, scrimmaging with Bogut every week. And he's happened to go against Ovi.
look, he's likely to get picked up in the NBL again this year. It'll just be a late one. It'll be a third import spot, I reckon.
Yeah.
A lot of teams will sit on that last spot just to have a look at what's around. And he's already in the country, right? So it's nice and cheap for some of these clubs. And I'm sure he's been training with a couple of the Melbourne NBL teams at the moment too.
We joked about Turner going against Bogut and turning up here now against Ovi. Is that Ovi's going up against an NBL import and Turner, and tomorrow will play Youth League.
Yeah, that's it.
Some poor 18, 19-year-old with Ovi coming at him.
Let's hope so anyway.
Talk about veterans. Smart play from Doyle.
Yeah, Bendy almost talked themselves into switching on the screen, even though he wasn't even going to use it.
Yeah, Daniel Hansen's been a veteran in this league. Played Siebel with him for a long time. Really getting an opportunity the last couple of years to play some extended minutes. Guy can absolutely shoot the lights out.
Well, we certainly saw that in that first quarter too. He hit a couple quick fire.
Yeah. Coached against him when he was playing Youth League, when I was coaching up at Ballarat D-League, and he was a handful back then.
Timeout. Eltham lead 47-30, 13.5 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what Coach pulls out here. I reckon it might be some kind of post-action for Turner late in the clock. So back in the seat again tonight, Greg?
Back in the seat tonight.
Good, we missed you last week, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Dulcet tones.
Thank you, Grant. No, we had Dwayne made his debut.
I did hear that.
And then Tom O'Connor was on with Dwayne, and then, I had Tyson early in the year. Tyson gets a holiday to Europe, so he moves on. Tom was supposed to be on tonight. He gets promoted to the senior men's team. Dwayne and I are just sitting here wondering when our opportunity of something is going to come about, because it seems to be the...
So clearly we're going to get a trip to the States or Europe or
either that,
something,
or you just have to pay Tyson more so he stays home and does the commentary for us.
Oh, wow, well, it's something.
Hey, you know what?
That's a whole lot of fun.
I'll double his pay, Grant. I'll double his pay. No, I actually do quite enjoy sitting here. And
it's good.
It allows us to let the staff do their own thing.
Let's watch this last 13 seconds, hey?
13.5 seconds remaining.
Somebody should go defend that.
Rayner, ball in hand, finds Miller on the wing. Turn up for three.
Oh.
Bang.
I said he was going to get a post touch, but the old pick and pop. Wow.
And that brings to an end the first half.
Probably not what the Wildcats were expecting. No. Turner to pop for the three.
No.
But, hey, it worked for the Braves. So.
But to be honest, it's probably the shot that they would prefer to take rather than in the block. But, yeah, no, good end of the quarter there for Bendigo.
Just within striking distance, Bendigo, aren't they? Eltham had that mighty run, particularly in that late in that first quarter into the start of the second quarter. But Bendigo have just hung around within striking distance.
Yeah, no, looking forward to the second half.
I think that tempo that the Wildcats came out and certainly showed some intent that we're going to run and attack you, not just going to sit back and let you dictate what you want us to do. It's positive signs for the Wildcats.
Yeah, absolutely. Just wondering if you saw some of the stats on one of our Youth League girls players tonight, mate.
No, I haven't.
Ellen Horsley, 38 rebounds. Fantastic effort by one of our youth girls.
I am well aware that they won tonight down at McKinnon.
Yep, but 38 rebounds is just a beast of a job for her.
That's a night out, isn't it?
Yep.
38. 35's the highest I'd ever seen in a youth game.
I do believe she had more offensive rebounds than defensive. So I hope she wasn't just banging the ball into the bottom of the ring and rebounding her own to pad stat.
Yeah, miss a shot, get another one go.
38. That's a night out, isn't it?
Absolutely. Well,
it's good the Wildcats and the youth have started to get a few wins with the women, and with the men too, only with one loss on top. Bit of depth coming through to
the men are dancing.
Through to NBL1.
The top of the table clash tomorrow, I hear.
It is Eltham Dandenong in the youth men.
Yep.
Of course, Dandenong have lost a couple of guys to college.
Right.
And Nunawading youth men cannot be underestimated. Their college guys are back, and they are winning strongly. And I think you'll find that, I can say it now, I'm not coach of the team. I think you'll find Eltham and Nunawading will be somewhere there come the end of the year. They will be...
Yeah, Nunawading is, they are always a team that will come back towards the back end of the season because they rely so heavily on their kids.
Having defeated Eltham 2-0 in the grand final series last year. But
I was there to witness both those games.
Yeah.
Just barracking for the
opposition.
Team. May have helped on the scouting report as well. And the video analysis of those games. But that's okay.
That's all in the past.
We move on really quick.
At Eltham, we do, don't we? We welcome people in.
We're just a really big family here at Eltham. Yeah, anybody in?
Anyone?
No.
Most people.
Oh, I got a Guernsey, didn't I?
Yep.
As I do have a look at the stat sheet, we have got Josh Sykes has been terrific. 12 points, shooting at 75% from the field with 5 rebounds. Adam Doyle, just doing Adam Doyle. 11 points, 3 rebounds and 3 assists to go with it. And Ben Waldron teaming up with Ava with 9 and 8 respectively. While for Bendigo, Ray Turner with that 3 at the end leads the scorers with 10, 5 rebounds to go with it. And Matthew Angamuo with 5, Tanner Rayner and Deontay Burton also with 5 apiece. And how did I miss Daniel Hansen with the quick 5 threes in that first quarter with 6?
Absolutely.
It is interesting. Bendigo are shooting the ball at just under 30%. You'd expect that's going to increase in the second half. Bendigo are too good to be shooting the ball at 30%. While Eltham are shooting the ball at 51%. To be quite honest, a high percentage of those shots have been layups within 2 feet of the rim.
Yeah, but is that good offense or just that the defense has been poor?
Yeah, well, a lot of it's been some transition play, hasn't it? And a little bit of Josh Sykes spin to get onto your left.
Yeah, no, looking forward to the second half. Should be a cracker.
So, Grant, you have a little busy period of the year coming up with the Australian Boomers. Talk through the next couple of months with what you got going on.
So we've got 2 camps coming up. We've got a camp in Melbourne. There'll also be a camp in Perth. So we'll get the team together for that and have lots of practices and try and get things sorted. Boys will then get the opportunity to play against the US team and also Canada. Both in Melbourne and also over in Perth before heading over to China to play in the World Cup. So, look, I'll just do all the video, cut it all up for coaches, and just enjoy the experience of being around all that group.
Be a really exciting time in Melbourne with that game at Marvel Stadium now.
Yeah, look,
the basketball community will be right around it. Haven't not had the US men here since the Sydney Olympics. Yeah. It'll be fun.
Two lots of 50,000 people in the stadium. Is just, the atmosphere is just going to be unreal. So looking forward to it.
And of course, it's turned into a series of games now with Canada coming to town. I think there's games in Sydney and games in Perth.
Yeah, so US get to play Canada in Sydney. I'm just looking forward to seeing that Canadian team. They've obviously they've appointed the Toronto Raptors head coach as their national team coach. So no doubt that will be an exciting team, the Canadians.
Have they announced their squad at all yet?
Not that I believe.
Sorry to put you on the spot there, mate.
No. Not that I believe at the moment, but all that stuff will be looked at shortly.
Be interesting to see how their roster turns out, given a similar scenario to ourselves.
Yeah, they'll be tough. Got lots of NBA guys, so it's just going to be an interesting
And of course,
pre-warm-up.
Tough pool we've drawn for the World Cup.
Yep, yeah, tough pool. But the good thing about that is we all have the opportunity to scout each other and
What's up, guys? What's up?
And see who plays everybody in the World Cup. So I'm looking forward to getting with my head in the computer and scouting these guys.
Yeah, what an exciting opportunity and a little bit of insight, I guess. Most people wouldn't be aware of the amount of time and effort that goes in from someone such as yourself into that work into the team.
Yeah, look, it's all done beforehand. Just gives Andre and the coaching staff the opportunity to look at how they're going to set the team up, and I just normally get to sit back and relax and watch the game. And then all my stuff's done in the back around late nights, post game, making sure everything's ready for the coaching staff to get the team ready.
So in the greatest respect to Andre, is there ever a moment you turn around and go, well, I told you that, the video, I showed you that?
Oh, no, no, not what you don't at all. No. I'm there to provide the tape, and he makes the decisions.
Fair enough.
So there's a hierarchy that we go through. I don't really get to chat to Andre when we're in camp. So Adam Caporn is my guy. So
right.
And let Adam do all the talking to the coaching staff.
I gave him an opportunity. He stayed smart. He shied away from it.
Yep, no,
well played, sir.
Must have been watching a little bit of the World Cup and the cricket. Just straight bat, played it away. no big pull shots.
And of course, you'll be watching tonight, 10:30, the under-19s.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, you've got to get home, haven't you? You've got to get to the other side of town.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm happy to stay here and watch this. So all good.
Yeah, that'll be interesting with the 19s. You know, they're Canada tonight. Yeah. They had Latvia in a practice game. We beat them.
Yeah, look,
DP's
a great coach. He's unbelievably talented as a coach. I would say give him probably 3 to 5 years, and he'll be in our Boomers program as a coach in some capacity. He's just too good of a coach to not be involved at that high level. So, Be good to see how he goes in this tournament.
I have no way of tying Darren Perry to Eltham, except to say that he was the opposition at Bulleen as a junior. I can't claim him at all.
He was close, mate.
He was nearby. I'm sure our people really despised him back in the day.
Okay, second half. What are we likely to see here, Greg? What do you think?
I'm just a commentator, Grant. It's me supposed to be turning those sort of questions around to you as our guest. You're our coach.
Yeah, right.
You tell me. What are we looking for from Bendigo in this second half? What do they need to change to make it work?
Oh, look, I think they just need to bring some more tempo to the game, kick the ball up ahead in transition, maybe find some easy post targets in Andronicus and Turner, and maybe collapse the defence a little bit and find their shooters. I really hope to get to see Matthew Johnson play a little bit of game time tonight. Having coached Matt at Ballarat, I've never seen a better pure shooter in my life.
Well, in that case, he can stay on the bench, Grant.
Yeah, I'm just saying, hey, I'm being unbiased here. I want a really
well
good
played,
game.
Sir.
But yeah, look, I just think they need to lift the tempo a little bit, and there's a change already. So Andronicus is starting on the bench. So
of course, this is a big game for Bendigo. They are sitting 9th, 7-8 record. Dandenong in 8th, also 7-8. Diamond Valley 7-8, with Northwest Tassie knocking on the door just behind 7 and 9.
Yeah, and they played pretty well against Melbourne last night, Northwest Tassie.
So when you're looking at the course of the season, this is big for Bendigo. You'd need them to respond here. Eltham underway with possession. Stuck with the goal lineup that started so well at the start of the game. Doyle with Hanson, pulls up over Hanson for 3. Adam Doyle.
The Braves go straight to any time there's an on ball, they're switching everything, trying to create a few mismatches.
But Doyle's eyes just light up, don't they? They feed Turner. Turner with Obi, a little bit of help from Doyle. He just bullies his way.
Absolutely.
Was a bit of that, just pushing his way through.
And I think that's the thing that I've really liked about Adam Doyle this year is following his career as a junior sort of NBL development player, he's really been, he's a good shooter. Hasn't needed to shoot at the NBL level, but he's really showing this year that he can step up and shoot that triple.
But then he's also backed it up with a couple of weeks of some big defensive tasks too. You know, there was a couple of weeks back-to-back they had jobs against opponents here. Duffelmeyer was one, and I can't recall the second one off the top of my head, but he did jobs defensively week after week. Hooley it was, you're right. Where he certainly won the one-on-one battle and scored, as you say.
Yep.
And that's the part of Josh Sykes' game that he's got better at, is that mid-range too.
Yep.
He's smiling about that shot too, so he, good to see him make one.
Bendigo back into Turner.
This is Eltham's one problem I think they're going to find. They're going to find Turner down low. As much as we love Ovi and his strength, he's going against an out-and-out pro.
And that's the second time that they've had to go straight down to him and they've been able to draw the foul. So now they're going to go and play a little bit more small ball.
Wonder whether McKay will be the matchup that goes to Turner.
Yeah, look, I think he'll have to. He's just naturally a more physical type of player. Where you really want Josh to be coming in from behind looking for the block shots.
Especially without Bradbury being here to give a bit of extra strength and height.
Yeah, what's his deal tonight?
A wedding. He's at a wedding tonight.
Okay. Is it his own?
Family, I believe.
Right.
Family. One of those that's brought up at the start of the year and
that's
allowed for. Yeah, no, it's one of those that's on the cards early.
Really like this wheel action.
Doyle over Hansen. Short. Turner with the rebound.
Yeah, so they've gone the McKay-Turner matchup here.
Open three in the corner.
3 to Rayner. Doyle finds Waldron at the top to Ava. He's been hot tonight. Misses that one.
So that's 4 jump shots in a row for Eltham.
52-41.
Bendigo's just picked the tempo up a little bit.
Yeah.
Starting to push the ball.
Offensively, there's more purpose though too. There's more purpose to the actions they're running than what they saw early on in that first half. Eltham looked to run. Bendigo prepared on defensive transition, but Josh Sykes.
And there's your difference. You actually get an inside touch and allow Josh to go to work in isolation.
Those gold shoes just have a little bit more spring in them tonight.
Oh, they look sexy.
Oh, yeah. Back to Turner. And another 2.
Now I'm not the only one who's been able to bring the word sexy into commentary. The second one now.
Hello to our man Tyson
Yes,
Whelan
yes.
in whatever part of Europe he's in at the moment. He was hanging in some metal cage over the top of mountains in Switzerland or something.
I did retweet his word sexy about I love that commentary and I got nothing, just 0. Not a retweet, not a like or
He was a little embarrassed by it, I think. He copped a bit of grief. And Bendigo get it back to 10, 54-44. Waldron with Hogan defending. McKay to take on Hansen down low.
They've got a little bit stagnant, the Wildcats. Just a little bit too much dribble. Got to get some movement, get the ball through hands.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing them going back into some of their shuffle action. That does just get the ball moving.
You go for 3, Turner with the rebound. Draws another foul. We'll go to the line once again.
And that's that tempo, right? Kicking the ball ahead, using the dribble out from a rebound. That's what they've got to do more of.
It's good hurt. as the game goes on, with Obi sitting out with 4. Then McKay just picks up his second. Having that big body to be able to defend Turner.
You know, Trev's a little bit like me, not a zone coach. You might have to go to a zone for a little bit just to go. I'm not sure how Steve is about yapping in the ear about a zone, but I know my assistant coach loves a zone.
Must admit, I'm a little bit the same there, Grant. Not a zone favour for me, but I must admit I have won a couple of games recently.
I was going to say there are junior coaches around the state just going, hold on, Dwayne, hold on. We saw that last Friday night.
Yeah,
Doyle into McKay. That's what they need.
So back to that bread and butter. Get the ball in the paint.
Correct. Well, that zone's going to have to come on soon, you would think.
Or I wouldn't mind seeing Tommy O'Connor get out there for a couple of minutes.
Here's the one body. Here's the one body that could go with it.
And all it is a couple of minutes here or there.
Just force him to go to another option. McKay finds Ava in the corner. Ava to Doyle.
Yeah.
There it is.
It's a good extra pass.
It was, wasn't it? And
Find
Doyle
the
a little
open shooter.
chit-chat. Little chit-chat to Hogan as he goes past. They need a little bit of that swagger back. You 0 for 3, right back at ya.
Trading baskets right now.
59-51, 5.5 minutes remaining in the third. Oh, nice crossover from Doyle. Doesn't drop. Turner defended by McKay. Kicks it on to Rayner. Going at Waldron.
Count the basket.
Yeah, and one.
Doesn't like a chat, that ref.
No, he doesn't. No.
Teed me up tonight.
Yes. Noted.
Not sure what I said,
Noted.
but
We did have we were sitting here, a quick conversation about. Didn't look like to be much conversation involved. It was just whistle blown.
we all love the
Moving on.
referees, mate. They do a great job.
That's an and one.
And all of a sudden, it's back to 5 points.
We said
Gonna get a
they
timeout
just
here
let
for
them
the
hang around.
Wildcats.
Bendigo were only going to get better from what they'd put on the floor early. You can't shoot the ball at 29% and think that was going to be normal. There's been more intent at both ends of the floor in this third quarter. Notice a lot of the youth league girls have all wandered in and they all seem quite happy with themselves after tonight's victory.
Yeah, look, they deserve it. That's 2 in a row, right?
2 in a row.
Yeah, good on them. They've had a tough start to the year, but glad to see that they're starting to put some wins together.
Five minutes 6 remaining. It's a 59-54 lead to Eltham. However, it was a 14-point lead at halftime.
Yeah, 21-12 in the first 5 minutes. So at the moment, Bendigo's on track for a 40-point quarter.
Turner would have a fair truck of those, I would have thought.
Yeah, and they've increased their shooting percentage from 29 up to 37. So I'm going to say they're tracking close to 70 or 80% from the field right now.
Yep.
But all their looks have been inside, or they've had some good feet in the paint and kick-outs to guys in rhythm. So
Yeah, I think that's the point, that's the quality of shots. Are we getting them? I'm getting shots in the paint a lot easier to score than contested threes.
We're back. Bartlett on Doyle. McKay, hand off to Ava. Over top Muo for three. There he is. Ava. We were saying early, Grant, is 25% on the season, Ava, but that isn't reflective of actually the shooter that he is. It's been adjusting to the standard. Muo for three, right back at you. He's answered back again.
Yep.
And there was that in that brief moment. That zone went to the zone for the Wildcats, so just mix it up a little bit.
Well, they had to, didn't they?
Got to try something.
Had to do
Got to
it.
try something different.
2 from 2 in special comments. So up the tempo and go to the zone. So I'm happy to check out and drop the mic.
You might lose your regular job. It'd be full-time comments.
Mate, I'm on a 5-0 slide, so...
I meant your Monday to Friday job. Be coach and commentate.
No.
Scout.
Here we go.
Ava, no good this time. 62-57. Bendigo certainly on a run. Muo over Sykes, who clapped in his face. No good. But Waldron looks out of court. It'll be an Eltham ball.
Good to see Matty Bartlett back playing at this level after a couple of years playing back at home with his hometown Shepparton.
Yeah, we gave a Shepparton shout out before. We love our friends up at Shep. Doyle. Just doing Adam Doyle.
Yeah, sweet little jumper he's got there. Splitting the D.
McKay head-to-head with Turner down low. Finds Hansen. Steps inside the perimeter this time.
Yeah, slipped on the floor, so Jeremy went down and put some fluid on the floor. And
well, yeah, Jeremy was one of our sweatier characters.
Yes, so we've just had a slip.
Now, I can confirm that the court got a good clean this afternoon.
Yeah, did see that. Nice and squeaky.
Courts always get a nice clean here before NBL1. After about 85 games of domestic here on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, usually playing a sand train in a sand pit on Tuesday night.
Yes, yeah, well, yeah. Steal from Bendigo. Turner.
Oh wow.
I think there was a bit of looking at each other, Turner and Sykes, and Sykes has gone, well, you're not going to get this one.
And there are very few players who have the athleticism to do that. And that's why all the fans are here to see the highlights.
I think Eltham are claiming that Turner stuck the arm out and was pushing Josh off, but I think Josh had eyes for Turner, if I'm honest. Fans are a little quiet.
Yeah, I think we need to get our court announcer to get on the mic and get some crowd influence here.
Announcer's just fallen asleep. And a make from Turner. 3-point game, and they've just chipped and chipped and chipped away over the last quarter and a half. And certainly put a stop to Eltham's run. They're out running in on transition.
Oh, that's a foul. Nice.
Well, there's actually called an offensive foul, which everybody is still a bit confused.
I think that was similar to what happened in the women's game. Two referees, one called a block, one called a charge, and went probably the wrong way.
Well, I do encourage everyone at home to please review it because I'm a bit perplexed.
I think that might have been where I got my tech foul when I told the referee that he may have made a mistake in that one and to watch the video.
Just a bit of feeling going on now. 3 from Muo.
Someone has to shut him down.
Scores are tied. And this starts to look like a team that's trying to make the playoffs. Doyle turns a corner, can't get the bounce. Rebound by Hansen.
Here's that tempo.
Bartlett finds Hogan for 3. No good.
And blocked from Sykes.
Nice strip.
Sykes was caught by the shot fake, but caught the ball on his way down. Turner, mid-range 2, over McKay, no good. Sykes comes up with it.
I think neither team have subbed more than once this quarter, so not going very deep into the bench.
No.
There's that shuffle action.
Certainly a lot of contact on Doyle. He finds Waldron in the corner. It's an air ball. Peter Stephen, the photographer's face in the corner, gives it all away, really. Down low to Muo. Waldron defending. Finds Turner at the 3. Over McKay. Bounces out. Shafford to Doyle. Doyle for 3.
Good recognition of some poor on-ball D by Turner there. Just lost communication there with Matty Bartlett.
Bartlett in the corner.
Nice find from Turner.
It just seems every time Eltham hit a 3, Bendigo reply with the same thing. 67-66, 50 seconds remaining in the third. It's been a clean quarter by Bendigo. They are yet to foul.
And Turner
He
has
looks
a little
gassed.
bit of rest. There's a
Looks
bit of a
gassed.
rest. Could be a little, get 45 seconds now on the three-quarter time break.
Shafford draws contact. That's an and one.
He's got a knack to do that, Shafford. Just floats in the air.
Yeah, in the last couple of weeks, he started to make a few scores and gets a bit of confidence. Get on the rim.
Predominantly a Bulleen junior. Had a little bit of a run with Hawthorn and Melbourne. Went to school just down the road at Marcelin College. And on the bench at Kilsyth last year, made the move across to Eltham. Close mates with Ben Waldron. Misses the and one. Andronicus comes up with the rebound.
Need a stop here.
Hogan for 3. No good. This will be an interesting call. Bendigo ball. 25 seconds remaining on the game clock. It's a reset to 14 on the shot clock. So Eltham should get one more opportunity.
Good switch out here. Good. And there's
Here
that
it goes.
Tossed it away.
Oh! Yeah, unsportsmanlike called by referee Phil Teal. There was no intent for the ball.
Yeah, good opportunity here to get 5 up.
Very good. The just settle things a little bit. A couple of scores right at the end of the quarter, where it looked pretty ominous. Bendigo had a real good run going.
Well, if you get, you score here and hopefully get a 2 or 3 out of this next play. No good there, but geez, if they're able to get this out to 6 or 7 points, it'd be
be really good.
good given the run that Bendigo's had this quarter. Bendigo's been extraordinary. Got some scorers on the floor. Eltham. Ten seconds remain. Defended well by Daniels. Shafford going nowhere and throws it away. Well, I think that 10 seconds was played within a foot and the ball went nowhere.
That's a coach killer right there.
That would have just broken hearts, I think. Hanson's attempt bounces out.
Well, you say broken hearts, but it might have just got the Bendigo going. Going into three-quarter time.
Yeah, so 33-23 quarter there for Bendigo. So they basically doubled any score of the game so far in any of the quarters. So they've really upped the tempo and starting to play a style and brand of basketball that they're probably more used to.
So the leaders, Eltham, have Doyle with 22, Sykes with 16, Ava off the bench with 11, including 3 threes, Ben Waldron with 10, whilst for Bendigo, massive quarter out of Ray Turner. He had 14 points that quarter, has 24 at three-quarter time to go with 10 rebounds. Along with that is Rayner off the bench with 11. And Muo with 13, I think. 4 of them would be at the three-point line?
Yeah, I think Muo is probably the one right now that we need to probably lock down on. Turner just looked a little gassed toward the back end of that quarter coming off, so be interesting to see how much is in his legs for this last quarter.
Three-quarter time, as I said at halftime, this is a big game for Bendigo in terms of their playoff hopes. They are locked in a very tight battle with a number of teams playing for that, predominantly that 8th spot in the playoff race. This is one probably at the start of the year they may have looked at and said they feel like they can get Eltham. I think Eltham probably have done better than some of their results and some may have expected.
I think the last 5 weeks for Eltham, they got on a bit of a run. They had a little bit of a hiccup with the Diamond Valley and Knox.
Yeah, I think that'll also just show. I mean, Jeremy McKay came into the team late, so he would have disrupted a little bit for the first couple. And look, he's a player that is very good for this team, and you showed right from the start he was a bit of a glue guy. So stepped in, a few more weeks under his belt, and look, I'm interested in seeing how this team goes to finish out the year.
It was one of the things Trevor mentioned. Doyle came in fairly late within pre-season. You had Grandy Glaze period, you had the Jeremy McKay period. So there has been,
lots of disruption,
as it is for everyone, but it is a new club stepping into the new level. It's taken some adjustment, but big quarter ahead. This would be another big scalp for the Eltham men. Ben with the bailout, throws it off Turner's leg. They'll take the baseline ball.
So they have gone kind of small, Bendigo. Turner back in, but the rest of them are kind of small.
10 on the shot clock. Ball at the top in the hands of Waldron. That's a tough shot. Bounces out. The children in the back row thought they could see the ball go out of court, but the referee said no. Waldron on Lloyd at the perimeter. Finds Turner. This is the man of the third quarter. 14 points he hit in the third alone. To Lloyd at the top. Little floater for 2.
A little kiss off the glass there.
Let's get that closeout. Just run by the ball.
Shaffett somehow open in the 3. There he is. Whelan finds him.
Probably one of the few times in the second half that they've been able to get a bit of space and time to set their feet to be able to score.
Rayner finds Turner down low. And he continues where he left off in the third quarter for another 2 to take him to 26 points. Oh no, that's a sloppy turnover.
We might see Adam Doyle back in very shortly.
Whoa, that is a thump of the screen.
Yeah. And then a miscommunication on who was defending.
Josh putting up the hand to apologise for the miscommunication.
No, Ovi's got 4 fouls, but I think Ovi needs to come back in.
Oh, yeah, hello, Coach Grant. Oh, come on, you saw that.
You saw
surely.
that before.
Get out. That was timed to perfection.
Hey, that's what us coaches do, right? We have a feel for the game.
Sykes taking the mid-range too. Thank you.
He has a nice little talk to Hogs there on the bench because no doubt the scouting report is to let Josh shoot the jumpers, but and again,
some point they've got to find a way to stop Turner from scoring.
Or we can just do that.
Oh, Sykes goes up. Hard foul. Go to the line for 2. So Bendigo comes back in, 4 fouls, 7.5 minutes remaining. Sykes misses the first. 75-74.
I think you're right earlier, Grant. There's not been too many subs in this second half at all, with both coaches staying with their starting group. 1 or 2 rotations in, that's about it.
Sykes misses both.
This way all the way to the end. There's the 3.
Pass out of the post from Turner. Finds Rayner for 3. Bendigo have hit the lead for the first time since the first quarter. 77-75. McKay from the perimeter.
And 1.
Now she's... Oh, hold on.
1 counting, 1 not counting.
It's got to count. Yep, here we go.
Yep, there you go. That's the right call.
It was in shooting motion when the whistle was blown.
And then the foul on, it was Rayner under the rim. A bit of a wrestle there with Sykes.
Comes a nice little bonus play here. Yeah, foul was called on Rayner. He's first. As Lloyd subs out. Nuo comes in. Shafford for 3. No good that time. Eltham hold a 78-77 lead.
Hanson again.
Yeah, that weak side corner's tough to defend, but Eltham have tried to change up the way that they're defending that post now with a high hedge on that guard.
Unsportsmanlike on Sykes for a bump on Rayner.
I think that change in the post action is because Turner's been so dominant in the second half. They had to try and do something.
Yeah, just a slight change there. It looks like the guard on the strong side is now starting to hedge down on that to try and disrupt. But obviously, with his ability to play out of the post, that low eye is really sagging with the head under the rim, which leaves that corner wide open. So, what do you think about the half leg on the on Rayner? Greg, you like the half leg?
No.
No?
No, mate.
Not a good look?
No, not at all.
No.
Unless it's required, no. Rayner. Rayner.
Oh.
Turner, I'm sorry. Maybe I was just calling Rayner early for his clever deflection.
Steal.
Good anticipation.
Full court pressure here. Trying to put him under a bit of pressure while they have a bit of a run. Bendigo.
They're out to a 5-point lead. Keep in mind Eltham led by as many as 20. So this defense intensity has been a significant change. Doyle misses. That's the kind of shot he was getting within a foot of the rim earlier. McKay with a nice finish.
I get a feel that the referees are starting to let the game go a bit more physicality in this back half of the last quarter.
Read well by Sykes with the deflection. Says hello to the media table. Timeout, and it's an 83-80 lead to Bendigo. As I said, Eltham did lead by as many as 20 in that second quarter. Bendigo just reeled it in during the third with a monstrous third quarter and have continued that into the last.
There's that one Burton from the Braves that we just haven't seen in the second half.
No.
It hasn't been, they're still not back in the last quarter.
No, you're absolutely right. Didn't see him in the third.
I don't know whether he's picked up a little niggle injury or something somewhere along the way, but he played 15, nearly 16 minutes in the first half.
Yeah, that would suggest that something's happened.
But even without him there, they've still increased the tempo, pushed the ball hard, and attacking Eltham every opportunity they get.
Eltham return with Doyle, Ava, McKay, McBeggar and Sykes. Bendigo with Hanson, Hogan, Muo, Eric Turner and Tanner Rayner.
Ray, be ready to lift.
Muo goes at Sykes. Sykes strips it.
Here we go. Need some tempo.
Right, running. They need the tide to turn, Eltham. I think they have to be due their run. Ball in the hands of the man that make it happen. Doyle finds Ava. Gets feet in the paint. Finds Sykes. Short again.
A little bit short. You almost need to continue to curl and get all the way to the rim, not pull out halfway through.
Ball straight back to Turner. Go to the well. McBeggar sitting on 4 fouls.
That's better. Make him turn and face.
Doyle's away. Finds McKay.
Almost looked out of control, Doyle, at times there, but
NBA third step there, mate. No trouble.
Smart enough to take the extra one.
83-82, 4 minutes 14 remain. Ava takes contact from Rayner. 3 in the corner is no good. McBeggar gets the hand. Ava is away.
They're running here.
4 on 2.
Good to see the run there. I'm wondering whether Ava might get a flop warning on that one, though.
No, he's just not as strong through the core, Grant.
Right. No, he puts his body on the line. Good to see.
I think there might have been a bit of Hanson. I'm not going to get put on this poster, so I'm going to block this or foul whatever I can.
He's probably one of only very few not on the poster already this season.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that poster at the end of the year. There'll be at least 20 of them on there.
It's been an exciting little video, wouldn't it? The highlight reel from the season. Unfortunately, he misses his 3rd free throw in a row. And makes that to tie it up, 83 apiece.
Cracking last 4 minutes here.
Nuo with Sykes. Back to Turner. Ovi sitting in his pocket. Sykes comes to help. Veteran of Hogan draws the contact to McKay. Hogan just a young 36 years of age.
Only 36. Been playing for a long time. There we go.
Let the double team come a little bit from Sykes rather than from Doyle that occasion.
Not quite as many players as Bendigo sent to Alice Kunick in the low post early in the game. Sorry to just poke that little bear there, Grant.
No, that's okay.
Well, a good adjustment from Eltham, though. Creates a turnover. Going back the other way. 3.5 minutes to go. 83 apiece. Doyle finds Ava. Sykes turns a corner.
Turner with the block.
Rarely do we see that. Ava crying out for a foul. No call. for 3, no good.
Oh, and a foul.
Sykes got front spot, draws contact from Turner on the rebound.
And I hope Josh doesn't get a delay game on that one, but he...
I think he thought it might have been the 5th foul. That 4 did go up very quickly on the scoreboard.
Yeah. Everybody's walking as if it's a 5th, but I think it's only the 4th.
I think that 4 went up immediately. It went a little quicker than it's supposed to do.
We've got
and
an
I think everyone...
extremely efficient score bench here.
Yeah, I think it caught everyone off guard. Oh, they got Doyle on the run.
A little bit off balance.
Yeah,
couldn't get it to go.
Just under 3 minutes now. Score's tied. Uo over Sykes.
Ball's not going through a lot of hands right now from either team. It's just a bit of catch and shoot.
Speaking of which, Doyle to Ava. No good on the 3.
So Bendigo have started to slow the game up a little bit, taking that tempo out.
That's the second time that Mau's tried to take Josh on, and now he's being a bit mouthy.
There's a bit of chit-chat going on here between the boys. Can't do much more than that.
Finds a way just to get by.
5 points. McKay open for 3. Hasn't been his night at the perimeter.
Yeah. Another one-pass shot too.
Yeah, you're spot on. It's just gone a little individual late, hasn't it? Rayner for 3, no good. McKay off. They're looking to run, but they haven't got the numbers.
Oh, I love to see that. Now the floor wipers are going to be spending some time there now.
Fair bit of work, haven't they?
But it's what you want to see with your players. Just late
we love
in the
to see
game,
them break into a jog as they run out there to help out. There you go.
Yeah, love seeing players on the floor. Just shows some real energy about them getting on there and really putting their bodies on the line.
Notice Sarah Carey just grabbing at her knee a fair bit this last quarter. She did pull up, grabbed her knee here in front
Probably
of us.
a few too many squats for Sarah. I know that she loves her weights and her bodybuilding, so yeah, she hopefully she hasn't injured herself.
No, just kept clutching at that knee through this last quarter. Given we've got 2 referees who have doubled up for matches tonight, we're obviously not in a position where they need referees getting injured.
Not happy about the fact that there's a Bendigo referee on a Bendigo game either, but I'm sure I'll have a chat with Tim Mills during the week about that one.
We are very happy at Eltham for any officials to be doing our Eltham games.
Absolutely.
Interesting to see what coaches come out with a minute and a half to go.
Yeah, I think
5 the difference. Is Bendy going to go use a lot of the clock, make sure they get a score?
Yeah, and you have said that, Dwayne. They've slowed the tempo the last couple of possessions. So I think Eltham are going to have to try and quicken them up a little bit.
Rayner has run the one well this second half, hasn't he? You mentioned Burton's been out. Rayner's done the job. Ovi. Oh.
That'll be his 5th. So who will we see now?
Given what's been let go, we're talking about how there's been a lot more physicality. That just seemed a little unlucky, to be honest.
Softy.
Waldron's the one that comes back in.
Big job for McKay down there on Turner now. But yeah, Waldron will provide more offensively than probably Ovi would.
Crouches that match up with McKay on Turner now.
Yeah. Forces to pull up and contested too. And we have 1 minute remaining.
And
Doyle finds Waldron. That's short, bounces over the top. Sykes with the rebound. Oh, fumble it himself.
That would have been a nice one from Waldron there. Bring it back to 2.
That's probably been the big difference between Eltham and a few of these sides this year. They've just had some knockdown shooters, reliable guys to hit jumpers down the stretch.
Yeah, Eltham are not in the bonus. They've still got one foul to give, so been good to see if they give that early. Doesn't look like they will now.
It's a good cut and a good pass.
Yep, so now either team, fouls will go to the foul line.
You're looking for the quick foul. We've got to get a steal.
He's got so much experience with this Bendigo group, haven't you?
I think Bendigo is going to use all of the clock.
And the 2.
That's a
That's
big
7.
boys play.
Yeah, exactly right. And this will be another one where they've got away from the Eltham men in a position to put it away.
Nice.
Xavier hits a 3.
Get a quick foul here. Oh, timeout. Shot clock's no longer in play.
But I think you're right, Greg. They're in a position to really put their foot down in the third, keep the lead and to get the win, but they just couldn't get it done. Bendigo lifted the tempo.
Yeah.
So no Chris Halliger tonight. So who's going to have the duties of knowing who to put on the foul line for this last play?
I think the experience, well, if they're looking for any, I think the experience of the likes of Doyle will probably be able to contribute towards that. A student of the game, and
yep, I'm sure the scouting report would have had who their foul shooters when you need a foul, who you want to put to the line.
That really, it's these sort of games, unfortunately, this is probably the 3rd or 4th one for the year, really, where Eltham's had a double-digit lead and given it away. They've been in a position to win it.
You're talking about the women's game or the men's games?
We'll go with the men right now.
Well, let's go with the men. I don't want to cause any... I don't want you to get any more controversial, Grant, so we'll protect you and just say the men. As our fantastic women go past. .1 seconds remaining. 4-point lead to Bendigo. Bendigo with possession.
I reckon Turner's the one you want to foul.
Well, they're looking to go to the lob, but
they've defended that well, haven't they?
There we go. Oh. So, only took off 0.5 on the clock.
Efficient, as you said earlier, our scorers, Grant. Quick on that, quick on the finger.
Yep. Got to be switching everything here, I would have thought. Oh, here's it. Oh.
They got Doyle got switched up.
Here we go. I know Hansen can shoot the ball from the three-point line well, but how's he from the foul line under pressure here?
We don't have the scouting report of the... however, we do have a 50% free throw record for the season for Mr. Hansen.
We almost need like an NBL stat man, right?
Yeah, we do.
Shout out to the stat man if he's listening to our commentary tonight.
They always feel Teal feeling on the back of a doubleheader. Yeah, just the wry grin, a little nod of the head. The old legs might be just feeling it. 92 to 86, 6.4 seconds to go. Timeout.
So both teams off to Albury next week. Good to go and play a real road game we haven't really travelled this year, so good opportunity for both teams to be able to get together and spend some time together out on the road.
Are the girls staying up there?
No,
girls come back?
we're all coming back, so we should be home by 12:30, 1 o'clock, depending on how Coach Spencer drives home.
Oh, Coach Spencer's driving in the bus.
Yeah. So thought I'd do the right thing and drive the girls up there.
Thank you to Budget, who look after us.
They've been a great supporter.
A long time. Long time. The great Peter Allen. Not that Peter Allen.
Not the singer.
Father of Sam.
Yeah, well, I think we'll be doing a little bit more road travel next year, Greg. So I think you might find the Bendigo, the Ballarats, and over to Tassie will be next year.
Be interesting to see what happens in 2020.
Oh, nice flare action. Oh.
McKay with 2 to finish, and that ends in a 92-88 win to Bendigo. And unfortunately for Eltham, another one that got away. Let's say Eltham did lead by 20 in the second quarter, and we're flying. Bendigo, I think, third quarter, had more purpose and intent at the defensive end and got out and ran, and it was a lot. Changed the game.
Yeah, no, 100%. And obviously the being undermanned, Ray Turner really went to work in that second half on the smaller Eltham team.
Yeah, and 59 points in the second half from Bendigo, because they're big numbers.
What are we saying? Half time.
30 in each quarter. You know, got to limit scores, and Eltham just couldn't do that in the second half.
Well, we spoke at half-time. Bendigo shot the ball at 29% from the field. They finished at 43%.
So they would have been shooting it in the second half up over 60, 70%.
Yeah, and the majority of that were inside presence from Turner and kick-out threes in rhythm for their shooters. So,
well, Turner finishes with a night of 36 points, 14 rebounds. Shoot the ball at just over a tick over 50%. Not a bad night at the office.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Well supported by Muo with 16, Rayner with 15, Hansen with 13. Whilst for Eltham, Doyle led the scorers with 22, with 7 assists to go along with it. Josh Sykes with 19 and 8, McKay 17 and 12, and Ava with 14, 5 and 5 coming in off the bench. So all in all, a disappointing loss for Eltham. A great come-from-behind victory for Bendigo. That keeps them well in that playoff hunt. We spoke about that 3 or 4 way competition that's going on for that 8th spot in the playoffs, and that'll help Bendigo in that endeavour.
And which makes it all the more harder for the Wildcats to sneak into the bottom bit. They're going to have to get probably all 4 games, the last 4. You're going to have to probably win all 4 and hope for a few miracles.
A few miracles. I reckon they're done. Getting photos from the crowd, Dwayne, naturally. But no, thank you for everyone tuning in tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed the coverage. Thank you to Grant for joining us. I know it would have been tough after tonight's game, but do appreciate coming on board and joining us.
No, anytime.
And to Dwayne, well done.
Thank you, Greg.
I'm looking forward to one of us is getting a promotion or some gig next week, given the way Tommy got a call up to the team. Tyson got a trip to Europe, so who knows, mate? Who knows what we get next week?
It's quite a different angle watching it.
We can have a night off next week, actually, because we're
next
away
week
in
on
Albury.
We'll be watching in Albury.
Well,
Shout out to our Albury commentary team.
We might have to tag in at Albury next week.
Well, if someone wants to drive a bus, they can.
Oh, I can drive the bus. I'll drive the bus.
Thank you for tuning in.
Am I allowed to drink on the way back?
We look forward to
probably not appropriate.
We look forward to Indigenous round in a fortnight's time when we're here on Friday, July 12, playing against Basketball Australia's COE in what is always a special matchup. Thank you very much. Enjoy your night.
Good night.